kids, where are you? It's time for all the art to tell stories.
Nestled deep within a lush valley, surrounded by rolling meadows that bloomed with wildflowers in every season, and towering ancient trees that seemed to touch the sky, lay the idyllic village of Harmonia. The village was a haven of tranquility, with cobblestone paths winding between thatched cottages. In this peaceful corner of the world lived a young musician named Theo. Theo was a sight to behold. His tousled brown hair often fell over his bright, inquisitive eyes, which sparkled with a curiosity that knew no bounds. His slender fingers, calloused from years of practice, were a testament to his dedication to music. Ever since he could remember, Theo had been captivated by the world of melodies and rhythms. His most prized possession was a well-worn violin, a cherished gift from his beloved grandmother. The violin's polished wood and slightly frayed strings held countless memories of the old woman's kind smile. Every evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, casting a warm golden glow over the village, Theo would sit on his porch, closing his eyes and losing himself in the music he created, the sweet sounds carrying on the breeze and bringing joy to all who heard them. One particularly sunny morning, with the birds singing cheerfully in the trees and the gentle breeze rustling the leaves, Theo decided to take a walk through the edge of the whispering woods that bordered the village. The woods were a place of mystery and wonder. It was shaped like a flute, with a sleek, elegant form, yet its surface shimmered like a polished silver mirror, reflecting the sunlight in 1,000 different directions. As he stared at it, he could almost hear faint, sweet notes emanating from it. With a sense of excitement and anticipation, Theo picked up the instrument, feeling its cool, smooth surface beneath his fingers. The moment his fingertips touched the gleaming surface of the instrument, an enchanting sound filled the air. It was a sound like nothing he had ever heard before. A rich, harmonious melody that seemed to resonate with warmth and joy vibrating through his very being. Theo's eyes widened in amazement as he realized that this was no ordinary instrument. It was magical. He could feel a strange energy coursing through his body, as if the instrument was connecting with his soul. Overcome with excitement, he couldn't wait to share his discovery with the villagers. Holding the instrument close, he ran back home. However, that very evening, a heavy gloom descended upon the village of Harmonia. Dark clouds gathered overhead, blocking out the sun and casting the streets in a cold, ominous shadow. Word quickly spread that the nearby town of Discordia was planning to demand a large tribute from Harmonia. The news struck fear into the hearts of the villagers. They worried about losing their hard-earned crops, their precious livestock, and the simple, peaceful life they had built. Whispers of despair filled the air as the villagers huddled together, unsure of what to do. As Theo saw the fear and despair creeping into the eyes of his beloved neighbors, he remembered the magical flute. Determined to do something to help, he waited until nightfall, when the village was cloaked in darkness. With the flute in hand, he made his way to the town square. Sitting on the edge of the old well, he took a deep breath and began to play. The melodies that flowed from the flute were like nothing the villagers had ever heard. Each note seemed to dance and swirl around them, weaving a tapestry of courage and hope. The music had a magical quality, as if it was reaching deep into their souls and awakening something within them. People who had been walking the streets, lost in their worries, stopped in their tracks. Their faces, once lined with anxiety, began to relax as the music washed over them. Old Mr. Smith, a crotchety old man who had lived in the village for as long as anyone could remember, with his perpetually hunched back and a scowl etched on his face, suddenly stood up a little straighter. A smile, one that hadn't been seen in years, slowly spread across his face as he listened to the music. Little Lucy, a young girl who had always been terrified of the dark, giggled with delight and began to twirl around in the square, her fears forgotten. One by one, every villager in Harmonia felt a sense of unity and strength blossoming within them. They realized that they were not alone, and that together they could face whatever challenges came their way. The power of the music was undeniable. Encouraged by the change he had witnessed in his neighbors, Theksho knew what he had to do. He decided to venture into Discordia, to use the power of the magical flute to try and bring peace between the two communities. Armed only with the flute and his unwavering determination, he set off on his journey. The air was thick with a sense of fear and discontent, as if the very spirit of the town was trapped in a never-ending cycle of mistrust and hostility. Undeterred by the bleak atmosphere, Theo made his way to the central square of Discordia. Taking a deep breath, he raised the flute to his lips and began to play. The melodies soared high into the sky, carrying with them whispers of peace, friendship, and understanding. At first, the people of Discordia stared at him with suspicion. The mayor of Discordia, a stern-looking woman known for her steely demeanor and unwavering resolve, emerged from her office and made her way to the square. As she listened to Theo's music, tears welled up in her eyes. For the first time in a long time, she saw the potential for harmony between their two towns. Moved by the power of the music, the mayor of Discordia decided against making any tribute demands on Harmonia. Instead, she invited Theo and the villagers of Harmonia to a peace summit, where they could discuss ways to work together and build a better future. Theo returned to Harmonia as a hero. His music, played on the magical flute, had not only saved his village from the threat of Discordia, but had also inspired a new era of peace between the two communities. The villagers greeted him with cheers and celebrations. They showered him with gratitude and praise. The magical instrument had taught everyone in both Harmonia and Discordia a lasting lesson. True courage lies not in the strength of arms or the size of one's army, but in the harmony that can be created through art and the power of the heart. From that day forward, the village of Harmonia and the town of Discordia thrived in unity. They worked together to build bridges, share resources, and create a community where everyone felt safe and welcome. Theo continued to play his music, both on the magical flute and his beloved violin. His melodies served as a constant reminder of the power of music to heal, to unite, and to uplift even the weariest of hearts. And whenever the people of Harmonia and Discordia heard his music, they would be reminded of the journey that had brought them together and the beautiful future that lay ahead. If you like our stories, please like, subscribe, and turn on the little bell so you won't miss exciting stories every day. You are also welcome to share it with family and friends to listen to the story together. Love you.